What's up, everybody? Sneaky Octo here. As you can see, we're out here in Sin, Japan. Today, on Labor Day weekend, is Friday. We got people coming in, everything like that. So, I'm really late, actually. I'm supposed to be here at like 10, and I got here at like 11. It's like 11 something. And then, like, my first meeting is like 12. So, anyway, hoping to bring you guys more information. Definitely a lot more shows to do, but yeah. I'm freaking here, baby. There's stuff everywhere. But hey, I'm in. I got my badge going. I also got something to drink that Chase brought from home. So right now I'm heading over to hopefully get to the second floor, because right now I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, but I'm actually running a little bit late for the Splatoon meetup. So that's what I'm hoping to get to right now, is to go and see maybe if they got, I think it's just a meetup for all of us to get together, all our Splatoon fans, but who knows, maybe they'll show something. But definitely gonna have to come back and check out all this stuff later on as it like goes through the day.
What team are y'all on? Who's gonna be on Team Cast? Okay, who's played the original Splatoon 1? How dare you guys? Who's on Team Present? Who's on Future? Okay, it's a mix. Now, who do you think's gonna win?
Why is that? They already sold out all the T-shirts, and everybody in North America loves Off the Hook.
Gotta live in the present, y'all.
But then again, remember, there's not only the North American server, you also have the Oceania server, the Japanese server.
Fair enough.
Japanese I did some digging. It's weird. So in the Japanese, the Squid Sisters sold out. In Oceania, Deep Cut sold out. Plays within the Charger class. Who plays the gas pump? Captain 3.
I'm sorry, it's too fun. I want to snipe little Timmy across the map, it's too fun.
Who plays Russians? Sweet, so I'm gonna find that spot and kill you now. There's one spot you're not gonna look for, it's gonna be the far left stage of Ram. So,
Sorry, I want to make sure you pass it.
out of all the idols, and this is to everyone in the room, I have my back turned really quickly, so if anyone wants to backstab me, you can. Alex, wrong?
Oh, what? Better put this up.
Game finishes, what do you guys think is gonna happen with Splatoon 4? Oh!
I thought you were talking about what they were going to do with 3.
Oh no. With 3, they're still gonna continue on until 4 is made. That's
Yeah.
like given
Yeah.
with every Splatoon game. What do you think next year's theme might be?
I think well stuff's gonna end up with like the sort of trilogy, this era of Splatoon, right?
Yeah, it is going to be the end of this trilogy as stated from Nintendo. But what do you think will happen next year? And this is a question that everyone's brought up. Everyone, at least on Twitter, the online platforms, and everything. So,
This is a good question.
what are your thoughts if Team Future wins? What do you think is gonna happen?
Time travel or mad scientist art, or I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, if Team Present win, what do you think is going to happen? Are you gonna stick with the same thing?
Well, I'm thinking maybe another game with the winner.
Maybe.
Contest.
The winning team.
Yeah, that has been a running theme, hasn't it? Whoever really wins becomes. Well, no, because in 2 that didn't happen.
No, two-
In story mode, in story mode anyway, because Callie won the first Grand Fest or the
No, that
first
was Marie.
Splat.
Marie won.
Oh, Marie won. Sorry, I always get
So
them confused and
Callie
I
was
hate
the
it.
one who got taken hostage.
Yeah, and then of course with Deep Cut, no, Off the Hook. Why am I confusing my things now? Winter.
Remember, Deep Cup is the one with the manta ray.
Yes, I
The
remember.
best one.
Opinion correct, wrong. Is it wrong? Maybe. I'm still an OG to my. I'm still an OG. I love that.
Nice to meet you, Brandon. I'm actually not only a streamer but a YouTuber. And I'm just kind of taking a little bit of footage. And you guys have quite a collection here. Is there anything you can tell me about how this collection kind of came to be?
So this is all mine, and I've just been buying stuff for the last 20 years, about. Started with all my original consoles from when I was a kid. So the Sega Genesis over there is mine, the Nintendo, the PlayStations, and then I just had so much stuff in the closet that I decided to keep buying more stuff.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
But now we are an official 501c3 nonprofit museum.
Okay.
And we do take donations. So we have a bunch of the computer stuff was actually donated. And yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, personally for me, starting out, I was on Super Nintendo for like the longest time because my parents were like, you're only ever going to play with one console. So I actually had to go to like my cousin's house just to play like Sega, GameCube. They always seem to have the newest consoles.
Yeah.
And then I ended up making a huge jump from Super Nintendo all the way to Xbox when it came out like 2001. So
Yeah.
it's just really cool to see just like how much we've like have changed, and even with the controllers and everything like that.
Oh yeah, the controllers are massively different from the beginning to the end. Yeah.
Is there any like particular system that you would kind of like enjoy and possibly like seeing it like maybe make a comeback back into like the main spotlight?
I mean, I love the Vectrex. It's just a fun system. any of these things that have like screen overlays, I think are really fun. The Vectrex does screen overlays. The original Megavox Odyssey was more of a board game than a video game, but that had screen overlays. And then there was a period where you had controller overlays. So the Coleco, the Intellivisions, they have little inserts like slide over their numeric keypad controllers. So you can that would be what the 10 buttons do for the game.
Okay.
I think those are really cool.
Well, do you think that we'll ever get to a point where consoles will kind of come with their own screens, just so to save consumers from having to buy like 2 separate items just to play?
Consoles with their own screens? Oh yeah, we got plenty of those.
Yeah, but do you think they'll ever like make like a return?
I mean, handhelds, we're sort of getting into that mix. There was the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch, where we're sort of starting to mix realms. I don't think that we're going to get away from full consoles, just because people want AAA games with the, insane graphics and blah, 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 and that just currently doesn't really fit into a handheld. We may get there, though. We'll see.
So with Microsoft kind of bringing Nintendo into the mix, do you think that will kind of encourage Nintendo maybe to like up their graphics, or do you think they'll kind of stay with tried and true?
No, Nintendo doesn't put any emphasis on graphics. They're more about the experience and they're just more about building an experience.
Okay.
Which is why if you look at all their recent consoles, the control schemes are pretty much different in every single one of them, because they're more about what can we innovate in the experience rather than the graphics.
All right. Cool. Well, thanks for your time, Brandon. Appreciate it. It was cool to see. All right. So I just got talking with Brandon over there at the Bits the Bites, which I thought was really cool, and it was actually nice to have him talk to me. Literally as I'm talking, we got Chainsaw HEB man walking around. So probably a lot more to see, a lot more wild cosplays to see, but hey man, I'm always appreciative of anyone else's creativity, and it just lets you know that basically you have a full range when it comes to wanting to do your own thing too.
My name is Lucian Dodge. I'm a voice actor. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you.
Let's go, Lucian! Elliot Craig!
Elliot Craig, yeah, my boy. I'm a voice actor of various anime games. Yeah, I try to do as much of it as possible. I also do some script adaptation and voice direction for anime. As far as voice direction goes, the most recent thing that is most near and dear to my heart is Delicious in Dungeon. yeah, I had a ton of fun on that. So yeah, this is the Voiceover 101 workshop. So this is really your chance to ask me anything that's any burning questions about the business, the craft, how I do what I do. You can, ask me about voiceover projects or writing or directing. Really anything is game. Typically when we're recording games, it's broken down into sections. So first, let's say we'll do the story-based stuff. So it'll be pretty chronological, and we work through the story, as you would expect from top to bottom. Then once that's finished, we move typically to battle prompts, and that's like reactions or call-outs, special attacks, stuff like that. And typically we're asked to do it maybe 2 or 3 times, and then they pick the one they like. Or sometimes, depending on how the game is programmed, if there are variations, they'll pick 2 or however many they're programming it with. So if they want a fireball, but they know it's going to play multiple times, the player's going to be using that attack a lot. So they programmed slightly different reads on the fireballs. So it might be fireball, 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 fireball. Just they'll give a couple of variations in the game so that you're not hearing fireball, 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 because that gets repetitive really quick. It's pretty common with earlier games when voiceover was much. Our home studio setups is already pretty commonplace as far as auditions are concerned, but once the pandemic happened and it wasn't really safe to go into studios, they relied on us a lot more to actually record professional grade audio from our home studio setup. So a lot of us had to kind of either really upgrade our studios or tweak it slightly, to make sure it was on the level of a professional product. Now I will say, I don't know how it is on all parts of the world, but at least as far as Los Angeles is concerned, we have kind of gone back for the most part to going back into studios. And now it's kind of up to the actor's discretion if they would rather record something from home. But I will say, I think a lot of studios prefer you go in because it's just easier to quality control the recordings. It's really difficult when you have a large cast, let's say, and if you're recording 30, 50 actors, and if they're all recording in separate booths, their home studio setups, it's all going to be a little bit different, and then it's the engineer or the mixer has to really try to work extra time to make it all blend and sound like it's in the same space. It's a lot to ask, and it's just kind of obnoxious. So I think now certainly studios would rather you come back and record in the studio. Stabbed. Okay, where am I getting stabbed? Am I getting stabbed in the shoulder is going to have a certain different connotation. Like that's my getting stabbed. But if you're getting stabbed in the gut, it might be like more like a. It's going to have a slightly different body character to it. So kind of if you can use your imagination to be really specific. I'm getting hit in the face. Okay, is it a hook right across the face? Or are you getting uppercut? Or are you getting right to the square to the nose? That will help give the sounds different, a certain weight, a grounding to them. So it's not just a generic, I got hit, that's not believable, right? Trying to be specific in your imagination about what's going on, and then just fully committing to it. As far as practice, for practice, I used to honestly put in my, this shows a little bit how old I am, my subtitled VHS tapes. And then I would dub, full episodes of whatever show I was watching, and the fight scenes included were very helpful in trying to follow the motion and seeing, he gets hit and then he flies and there's the arc and then he lands on the ground and following the animation and trying to create a sound that matches the what you're seeing. was great practice. So all of you are, you all have anime at your disposal. You could all do that. You could all just watch something and try to, turn the sound off and do it yourself. Try to put in the voice what you think would match with the picture. It's very difficult to break in initially because there's a lot of people who are already doing it, a lot of very good people who are doing it. You really have to sort of pay your dues and be willing to spend a while to make your reputation known and to prove to people, I'm good, I'm reliable, I can do the thing. But that takes quite a while sometimes. And I mean, people are, always kind of looking for fresh talent, but there's only so many new, breakout, voice actors in the industry.
Thank you. So my question is, what protections would you like to see in the industry, whether it's against either some voice actors not getting paid the same amount as other voice actors, or even against protections against basically AI?
Well, some of you may know that there is a whole thing going on right now with our actors union, SAG-AFTRA. We are striking against video games or certain companies, mainly on the basis of AI, which is really important, and it's certainly a scary idea to a lot of us that at some point, without our permission, they could just use our voice, run into an algorithm, and then spit out performances and not use us. It is a really kind of terrifying prospect. So hopefully, there'll be more work and hopefully things turn out well for us in the negotiations. But yeah, that's certainly a big thing. I hope gets resolved, and also just I think not just acting, but I think AI protections just across the board, in the industry in general, I think is pretty important. So just on a whole nationwide basis, hopefully AI is something that our legislatures look into seriously, because it is an issue, and people do stand to lose their jobs. People already have, and it's really sucky. So certainly would hope things go well in that department. I'm not really sure. I mean, of course, equal pay. I mean, there is a difference, right? Like we're not in, and I don't think it'll ever happen. We're not going to get paid the same amount as Brad Pitt, right? If he goes and does a voiceover job, that's just a whole other enchilada entirely. But there are certain minimums, like under our union, as far as pay goes. So I'm not really sure. Certainly AI is the big one, I think. Hopefully that that goes okay. Fingers crossed. I got a call from the production studio that recorded Pokemon saying, "Hey, we got your stuff, and then we thought it was really good, and we have wondering if you'd be interested in we have a guest role or whatever on Pokemon." And I'm on the phone playing it, like, oh yeah, sure, absolutely, yeah. I would love to or whatever. I'm like, cool. So here's the time, blah blah blah. Here's the studio. Yeah. Cool. And I hang up, and then I just kind of stand there, and then I just literally leap directly into the air. It's like, yes! Very exciting. So that was my first role in an anime. Kind of, really felt significant to me.
Were you a Pokemon in that?
A live drawing panel. Unfortunately, we wasted like 10 minutes already, so we would like to get at least the Q&A started, and hopefully we can get at least the iPad going sometime during the session. All right, I guess we would just like to start with the Q&A between myself and our president, Otsuka Masahiko. So if we can have those folks who have a question line down the middle aisle, I'll be coming right down.
僕もやりましたし、結構多くのスタッフがゲームで遊んでます。
I myself played it, and quite a lot of the staff actually played the game as well. どうでした？楽しかったです。
面白かったし、実は僕ら発売前にデモの版制作中版で、みんなより早くプレイできたんですね。
So it was quite fun. We actually got to try out the test model or test kit.
でもめちゃくちゃバグが多くて、その時はこれ大丈夫かなって心配になりました。
But it was riddled with bugs and glitches. Worried if this game is going to actually work.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
So my question pertains particularly to a possible second addition to our first Edge Runner series. Will we be possibly exploring maybe a different type of story rather than a love story between David and Rebecca, a more story about own honor and self-sacrifice?
まあ多分先日っていうかちょっと前に、CDPR の方から続編を考えているっていう告知があったと思うんですが、それに関して、続編はデイビッドと、彼はレベッカって言ってましたけど、そういう恋愛物語をフィーチャーするのか、もっとまた別の内容をフィーチャーしていくのかお伺いしたいです。
まだ僕らも今言えることは何もないんで、はい。
We can't make any comments on the upcoming series.
Thank you.
And your iPhone reminded me, when we do get the live drawing started, no photos, no recordings.
Okay.
Please. But we will allow you guys to take the picture at the very end, I believe. But until then, please no recordings.
Alright, so I just got out of doing the Cyberpunk, which was actually on the 3rd floor above us. But they didn't let me record anything like that, so that's pretty much why I'm just going to kind of say a few words right here and right now while I'm thinking about it while it's fresh in my brain. So it wasn't bad. Obviously, I asked a question pertaining to the next Cyberpunk Edge series, so I was hoping to kind of get maybe a little bit of insight, maybe what we can expect as far as like season 2 coming up, or if it's going back to our original characters, even though they said that originally it wasn't going to be to our original characters. Of course, they were like, well, we can't say anything about it, so I got the typical answer. A lot of people asked a couple of other questions. There was one person that like asked like if they could go back and do it, would they change anything? But they had played the game before they made the animation, so I don't know. I didn't really care for that question. I didn't think it was a great question to ask, but you know, it is what it is. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't able to record. I was able to take at least a picture of like one thing that they were working on. So like one artist or one animator in the finishing, and then the other animator, she was like trying to draw every character. It was crazy. She was like trying to do like this big, I guess, poster for like San Japan, but of course didn't have enough time. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, check out this cosplay museum, and then I'm gonna head down and then try to get an autograph. And then that's probably gonna be it for today. to see Erica Menendez, who does the voice of Rigo Montoya in Kill la Kill, and she's also done voices in other anime that I enjoy watching. So, but as you can see, the line literally like it loops all the way around. So just waiting here, waiting my turn, and hopefully it won't be too long. But I got lost in all that mess over there and ended up spending more stuff than I wanted to, but oh well. Done visiting Erica Mendez, which does Kill la Kill, Konosuba, Hunter, Cross Hunter, and even Arga Retsuko. So definitely a huge fan of all those animes, and definitely happy to like have met her. And I also have a signature, and I also saw Miss Charlotte. So we ended up having an interesting conversation because she asked me about my senpai hat, so that was kind of cool. And then she actually addressed it out to Senpai Sneaky Octo, which I'll have to put a picture in here to show you guys. But yeah, so she kept my senpai part. I thought that was like so cool. And so yeah, but yeah, so I think it's probably gonna be all for like day one. I need to like get out of here because I've already spent way too much money, and I need to go home. I need to find something to eat. They were already inviting me to like a party, an after party tonight, but honestly, with the after party that's going to be happening tomorrow night, I'm probably just going to go to that. So, man. So I'm back home. It's been one long, very long day. It's actually kind of nice to have the mask off. I kept the mask on because I wore a mask for Stay in Japan, and masks are kind of like a K-pop thing, so it just kind of got, it's kind of like accepted pretty much for the most part. But so I'm home with my freaking ridiculous trove of souvenirs that I've gotten and basically stuff to remember this convention with. So I figured go ahead, wrap up the video here and show you guys all the great stuff I got. So as you saw earlier in the video, they did have a cosplay museum, and they actually gave me this ribbon, and of course it says I visited the cosplay museum, and all I got was this lousy ribbon. Again, the cosplay museum was really nice to look at, and just to see like all the different designs people come up with over the years. Obviously in the 70s it was, you know, Star Wars, and then as American culture kind of got more into anime, we kind of expanded to where we were not only doing costumes for American stuff, but also for anime and also for gaming as well. So yeah, it's a lousy ribbon, but hey, you know, it was real cool to see that exhibit on display. I also got this Stay in Japan backpack, which honestly, this should have been my indication. When it doesn't fit in here, I should not get it. As you can see, obviously all the stuff that I have, some of it fit in here, other stuff didn't fit in here, and yeah, so this wasn't a good indication of like what fit and what didn't fit. Also, I had my water in my iron flask with my Rogue Energy to keep me hydrated, which I still got some left. I didn't drink all of it. It's actually sitting over there, but yeah, so I ended up getting this. Great addition. I will definitely use this for other Stay in Japans that I definitely go to, and definitely other anime conventions I go to as well. It's some Stay in Japan because obviously, like, I didn't live in San Antonio and I just recently came back, so this is only my second Stay in Japan convention, which I definitely wanted to go to because, again, I love Stay in Japan, the convention. So I saw this. Of course, it's a squid, but hey, it's in purple, and you know, I just had to get it. So honestly, it looks amazing. I'm probably going to wear this tomorrow just because it's purple, and even though it's a squid, technically it's a cephalopod, so we could say it's an octopus if we really wanted to, but yeah. So, and then this was for Stay in Japan 14. I think currently we're on 15, so this was literally like last year, and I didn't get to go last year, but I got the shirt from last year, so I'm definitely gonna wear it tomorrow. Luckily they had it in XL. Now normally I get a 2XL, but this shirt's a 2XL and it fits just fine. So hey, thumbs up for my diet actually working, which was the Quinceañera coming of age was the theme for this year's Stay in Japan. So of course I got this shirt, which as you can see, it's got the Stay in Japan 15 right there, with our quinceañera holding the sword. And so probably wear that Sunday. Vendor that I actually follow on Instagram. I also follow them on TikTok, and I'm a huge fan of theirs, obviously. Is the Senpai Squad, which so I got this sticker, and then they also had a sticker that was the team No Sleep. So whether to sleep or no sleep, you get no sleep. Which he's been working nonstop to get this brand up and off the ground, and it was awesome meeting him and talking to him as well. So definitely team No Sleep. Sometimes you just gotta sacrifice sleep to get what you want. They also did a collab with Project Melody. For those of you that don't know who Project Melody is, it's probably a good thing. For those of you that do know who Project Melody is, you better be over 18. So of course they did do a collab with her, and then your boy had to show he's part of the Senpai Squad. Not only having the hat, but also having the I probably won't put this on the back of my car. I'll probably put it on the front license plate. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that though. So Senpai Squad. And then also I got a couple of shirts from them. I saw this. I thought this was really cool. Trying to be more mindful of the shirts I get, channel, brand, everything like that. So I saw this shirt and I thought it was, if I can show it to you guys probably. Actually, you know what? I'll just unfold it. I was gonna keep it folded, but I'll just unfold it. So hope y'all can see that. So I got this shirt. I thought it was real cool. It's like a Audi, and she's standing on it with like a long, basically shirt. And like I said, this is all apart from the Senpai Squad, and I thought it was real cool. She didn't have this in an XL. She only had it in a 2XL. So I mean, worst case scenario, I'll sleep in it. But they threw in a free shirt. So check this out, man. They threw in this shirt for free, and of course, showing Senpai Squad, Visual Motorsports, and Apricot. So yeah, and it kind of matches my hat too. I didn't even notice that. Look, green on green. Let's go. Oh, of course. Yeah, Octo, you got stuff from brands, but like, you know, where's the anime stuff? Did you get any anime stuff? Honestly, anime stuff this year has been expensive. Figurines, expensive. Posters, expensive. And honestly, like the fact that like I'm trying to move out of this place, I didn't want to get any more posters. With that being said, I actually did get one thing of an anime character. Some of you guys might not consider this an anime. I consider it an anime because of the style that it's in, the team that worked on it, the people that were behind it. It's honestly one of my favorites. I love rewatching this, and it's probably one of the reasons why I keep rewatching this and I don't go and watch new anime. And that's because I found your girl Rebecca from Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which love the show. If you haven't seen the show, I highly recommend you go and you watch it after this video. Don't go nowhere. Watch it after this video. So I got your girl Rebecca right here. From Edge Runners. Of course, she's all giving us the finger with her big cybernetic hand right there. Decided to just go ahead and get the mouse pad because I use the mouse pad for, like, I have a mouse pad on this side of the desk. I have a mouse pad underneath my keyboard on this side over here that y'all can't see. And so I use mouse pads a lot. And so, you know, I figured it'd be a great addition. And, you know, occasionally I like to swap out my mouse pads, kind of like, you know, wipe them down, you know, kind of give them a break from being used. So I saw this and I just loved it. I've been dying to find something of Rebecca. It's been real hard to find anything of Edge Runners as of late. So again, was very happy to find this. And actually, this wasn't bad. This was like $50, but it's gonna last me a long time. It's high quality and it's thick too. I had no idea really who they were, but the thing that caught me off guard was the fact that it said that if chopsticks were used against curses and grains, measure the effectiveness of their use, which I thought was really interesting. And then it goes on to say special grade, and that there's only 4 registered grains within the rice community. So I thought that this was a really cool shirt, and definitely unique, and definitely learned something new, that chopsticks were not only used to basically figure out their effectiveness against rice, but also against curses as well. So that was really interesting. So usually I don't meet high profile people, and I don't meet celebrities, and I don't really go and get autographs. However, there was actually 2 people that were there. There was one person, as you saw earlier in the video, who was doing the voiceover workshop, and actually they're doing another workshop tomorrow, second day of San Japan. But no, like I said, normally I don't usually meet voice actresses. I kind of don't really know about them. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love anime and I love watching the anime, and I have my favorite series, and I'm always learning like who's doing what, like who's in what. Well, this person was in an anime, not an anime that I watched, but definitely in a game that I know a lot about. And this person is Charlotte Chun, and she's actually the voice actress for Diva in Overwatch and Overwatch 2. And she saw my hat and she says to Senpai Sneaky Octo, I'm actually going to hold it up to the camera so you guys actually can see, because I'm pretty sure some of y'all won't believe me. She actually put to Senpai Sneaky Octo. She saw my hat say Senpai, and she actually called me Senpai, which I thought was awesome, because she goes like, Senpai in Japanese usually means like, you know, older, mature, you know, upper class. She goes, of course, you know, in the otaku culture, it can mean kind of like sexual, like daddy. I said, well, for me, when I first got this hat, I was actually over watching people over the floor, because I was a forklift driver, so I was watching people over the floor, you know, making sure that everyone was doing what they needed to do and kind of helping out my team leads. So for me, Senpai to me was more of like the upper class, kind of taking care of you know, lower classmates or younger people. She put to Senpai Sneaky Octo, and she put, you know, nerf this winky face, and she signed it, and actually gave me the this cover right here. So I thought it was awesome to meet her. I even thought it was more awesome our conversation, especially about the word senpai and the fact that she put Senpai Sneaky. Like, I'm never getting rid of this. Like, I am going to find a way to frame this. I think this is an 8x10. I think, I'm not exactly sure. Probably going to have to bring it to get it framed, but yeah. Freaking loved meeting her, talking to her, and the fact that she put Senpai Sneaky Octo, honestly, just it made my day. And so the fact that she's in so much anime that I watch, I just had to meet her, talk to her, and of course also get a poster and something signed by her. So everyone else was getting different animes that she had been. I had to get this one, and she actually put up here to Sneaky Octo, and she's actually took a picture with me. I'll put it somewhere here in the video. That selfie picture that she actually took with me. Again, it was great meeting with her, talking with her, and basically kind of find out that, you know, she's kind of one of my favorite voice actresses currently. Unless something else comes up, but I mean, she's pretty much in most of the stuff that I watch, so I mean, it's pretty awesome. And then of course she said, you know, choke on my rage, which of course is from Arya Retzko. And so I got this poster from her. She signed it. Like I said, I put it in the sleeve to protect it. Eventually I will get this along with the other one framed as well. But it was awesome to meet her, and it was also, like I said, awesome to meet Charlotte Chun, and the fact that she called me Senpai Sneaky Octo, it was just it was one of the best feelings in the world. Like I said, to meet a voice actress that has done a lot of the anime series that I watch on, basically as I've grown in my fandom of anime, and to have that conversation with someone who probably questions my fandom but kind of admires my fandom of anime, as well as admires my interest into the Japanese culture, because we not only talked about Senpai, but we kind of went into some other stuff as well, because actually Japanese is part of her background as well. So all in all, it was a great day. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video, let me know your favorite part of this video. Again, this is day 1. I will be there for day 2 and day 3. So I am planning to go all 3 days unless something happens. I'll definitely be there for all 3 days. But anyway, that's the end of this first vlog of day 1 of San Japan. Again, please like the video and leave a comment down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell for notifications as well. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.